Yeah. Oh, ooh, no, yeah. I woke up with my hair a little wild today, but I didn't hide it, I rocked it anyway. My shirt didn't match and I didn't mind, 'cause being different is my kind of shine. Tied my shoe without a single knot wrong, beat my best score in my favorite song. Might seem small, but to me it's big. Yeah, I'm dancing through the day like a victory jig. Every little step feels kind of brave. Even in the world's a mountain I gotta face. I may be tiny, but I'm a superhero today. Got a heart full of lightning in a little cute way. Hey, hey, I don't need a cape or a mask to save the day. Every win I make is my superpower play. I may be tiny, but I'm a superhero today. Strong in all the small things, that's my way. Every time I stumble, I still find myself. I'm a super tiny, mighty superhero today. High five the fan when they felt alone. Shared my snacks like they were overgrown. Stood up tall even when I shook. Yeah, courage doesn't always look like in the books. Finished homework that I thought I'd have skipped at the thing, even though it wasn't quick. I don't fly, but I rise when things get tough. Sometimes bravery's small, but it's strong enough. Every little step feels kind of brave. Living on the world's a mountain I gotta face. I may be tiny, but I'm a superhero today. Got a heart full of lightning in a little cute way. I don't need a cape or a mask to save the day. Every win I make is my superpower play. I may be tiny, but I'm a superhero today. Strong in all the small things, that's my way. Every time I stumble, I still find myself. I'm a super tiny, mighty superhero today. Big things grow from the little wins. Every brave moment has to begin. Every step forward, every choice I make can turn a tiny spark into something great. I don't need to fly or run super fast. I just need to try and not super powerless. I may be tiny, but I'm a superhero today. Got a little lightning in a little cute way. I don't need a cape or a mask to save the day. Every win I face is my superpower play. I may be tiny, but I'm a superhero today. Strong in all the small things, that's my way. Every time I stumble, I still find myself. I'm a super tiny, mighty superhero today. Paint the sky with your crayons, wild and free. A rocket ship or a castle, what will it be? The world's a blank page waiting for your spree. Touch the sun, run faster than the rivers, leap higher than fall. Dream bright on, the journey's begun. Clouds kind that mends. Close your eyes, see the view, the world's a stage just for you. Faster than the rivers, leap higher than fun. Dreaming little wood, the journey's begun. What's in your pocket, a whistle too. What's in your heart, I'm left to pursue. The winds will cheer, they'll carry you through.
Welcome to the Wolf Media Festival 2026 Annual Awards announcements. And now, your hosts, Richard Wilmore and Jacquelynn Wolfheart.
Hi, good evening everyone, and welcome to the Wolf Media Festival 2026 Annual Awards Ceremony. And off the bat, I just want to apologize that we're not doing this in person. You deserve to be celebrated in person, but I also want to thank everybody for, my heart's already like pumping so hard. I want to thank everybody for all the kind emails I've gotten and the understanding and the support with what's going on in my personal life. But I just want to take a moment first and say a few words before we jump into what's going to end up probably being a very long ceremony, because we're going to announce so many awards tonight and I'm so excited. So first of all, just take a look at all of you. I can't actually see you because I'm just talking to a screen right now, but I'm sure you all look so stunning right now as you watch this. Yes, even you, the one laying in bed with your snacks, you know, you're just watching this on your phone, even though you have a TV like 8 feet away that you could be casting it to. I see you, I recognize you, and I completely respect it. But really, to all you filmmakers, you writers, creators, and you dreamers, truly, 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 from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your art, for your expression, for your passion, because events like this, they don't happen without people who are just a little bit, you know, brave. You have to have a lot of bravery for this, and you have to be sleep deprived for this. And it's kind of the only way events like this happen and projects like these happen. And because let's be honest, like creating something like this, like these projects you do, that's not like a normal thing. People don't just wake up one morning and say, you know, it'd be really fun, like ultimate emotional vulnerability and huge financial risks. And maybe if I just relive the same scene 47 times over and over and start back at the beginning, like that sounds like a great way to start my day. Like that's not normal, but you guys did it. You're here. You made the thing. You finished your script. You shot a film. You finished your book, your novel, your photography. You went out and you did the thing. And I am so, so proud of you guys. Being able to see all your projects makes my heart just so happy. There's not a single person that I'm not like jealous of for your brains and your creativity. You guys told the story that wouldn't leave you alone. And that's important. That matters, because telling stories isn't just about entertainment. It's about connection. It's something that we do that says, this is what it feels like for me to be a human. I might cry a little bit, sorry. And then somebody sees that project and says, yeah, for me too. I'm so sorry, this is ridiculous. So now I do want to acknowledge something important. A lot of you submitted your work not knowing what would happen. Some of you got nominated, some of you didn't. Some of you are winning tonight, and some of you are already mentally rewriting, re-editing, changing your project, because every one of your projects deserves a win tonight, but unfortunately we do have to go by best scores on your projects. So, you know, even if you win, I have a feeling you're probably going to be editing stuff anyways, because sometimes we just can't help ourselves. But here's the thing, you already did the thing. You did something that a lot of people want to do and don't have the bravery to do it. And that's something worth celebrating. And I want to take a moment to talk about why this festival even exists. The Wolf Media Festival was never about just the awards, right? It was about creating a space where stories, all kinds of stories, could be seen, heard, and validated. The quiet ones, the loud ones, the messy, complicated ones, the hard to define ones. And because not every story fits neatly into a little box, that's why our festival exists. We wanted to honor those. We wanted to amplify those voices. So before we get started tonight, I'm going to just talk for a little bit more. I want to take a second to think about what it took to actually get here. There are so many incredible people in this festival, and they aren't just other people in the industry, right? They are your future collaborators, your future cast, your future directors, your future audience even. This festival is full of people who get it. They understand what it's like to be in this project, and people who understand why you stayed up so late at night editing, or why you rewrote that line. See, I'm getting so emotional again. I'm just proud of everybody. And my little Alfie coming to the rescue. So anyways, thanks, Alfie. You know, why you stayed up editing, rewriting over and over, and why you cared so much in the first place. That's the kind of a connection that's rare, and it's powerful, and that's, you know, why you guys are here and part of our festival. So tonight, I want to celebrate the winners, but I also want to celebrate the risks and the passion and your ability to share it with the world, because that's what this is really about. And with that, let's celebrate something incredible tonight with all these amazing stories and filmmakers, and let's get going. So before we do the awards, I'm going to bring out like one of the most important people in my festival world right now. He's so stunning. He's handsome. He's charismatic. He's stunning inside and out. He is the host of my Wolf Media Festival podcast, Richard Wilmore.
And he's crying. Why am I crying?
I know, me too. I am so sorry. I thought I was going to hold it together, but I get so like filled with verklempt because of how proud I am of people.
I know. And then what's his name? Alfie came out at the perfect time, and I was like, oh God, he's so good at this.
I know. That's my little wolf that just lives in my house, apparently.
He's so cute.
Yes, but
this could be a very long award show if we just cried through the entire thing.
I know, right? But Richard, really thank you so much for doing this. And I mean, I know you've been with me pretty much since day one of this festival as our podcast host. And it just makes me so happy that you're here tonight. I already have decided in my brain that next year, you're doing it all. You get to host the whole thing by yourself. Just kidding. I won't put that much pressure on you, but I'm just like, I already know that this has made everything so much easier having you here with me. And so thank you so much for hopping on and handling this weird situation and making it easier for me.
Well, Thank you for trusting me, one. And also, I love doing this stuff. So I'll have my agent call your agent about, cost and what it costs for me to host the entire thing. But we'll talk about that later.
Millions. I'll be budgeting millions for you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
So if it's okay with you, I would like to mention something very exciting. Well, two things that I think are so exciting about our festival. One is that winners get to chat with you on our podcast. Been doing it for almost 2 full years now, or maybe actually 2 full years, almost 2 full years now you've been doing it. And so winners, you do get to be on our podcast, which we have about 80,000 monthly listeners. This is my dog. He's decided to come. One of them right there. I knew he was going to help out at some point. Go on, Apollo. Go lay down. Or right there's a fine spot as well.
Also, perfect. He'll mark your spot.
Yeah. And the other thing I was mentioning to you previously was about our team up with Story TV. Yeah. So Story TV, for people who don't know, it's the newest, how do I even say this? Streaming platform. We'll just call it the newest streaming platform. But all of our winners tonight automatically get a distribution deal with Story TV. They are highest rated payouts for any other distributor of pay per watch distributors, because they also guarantee minimums. Even if nobody ends up watching your film, they still pay you. Wow. So that is something special and new. And I'm just really excited to share that with people.
Thank you I just want to throw this out there. People don't realize how hard Jacquelynn works every day, every month, all year round for this festival, to do things like this, to connect you with the places you need to be. So thank you for spending so many tireless, paidless days of your life making sure that people who are creating have a platform to be celebrated and to brag about themselves. I think that's so important. So thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. I wish we could do more by I don't even know how we could do more, but I just think all these projects and the bravery and the stories that they're telling are so important and powerful, and people don't get a chance to share them, and people don't get a chance to hear them. And so I'm trying to figure out how to broaden that so we reach more people just to hear these incredible, everything from comedy to drama and in between. They're just crazy, amazing stories being told. And I'm just glad that I can provide some sort of platform. And I just want to throw it back to that. That's why we have the podcast too. That's why I found Richard, because he has this beautiful heart and this way of just bringing joy to people's lives while sharing their project. And I think that's really fascinating. So I apologize for throwing that back on you again, but you do have this beautiful energy that kind of just radiates for our guests. So again, our podcast, all of our winners are welcome to join Richard, and I'm on there sometimes as well. So absolutely welcome to join us. Reach out to us afterwards. Same with the Story TV. Reach out to us afterwards so we can get you hooked up with your distribution on Story TV, which right now you can find through Apple products, but it will be available everywhere within the next month or two. I don't even think 2 months, less than 2 months. It should be everywhere.
Okay, good, because I don't have Apple.
I don't have Apple either. It hurts my feelings because it's such a great app. The Story TV is such a great streaming app, and I don't have devices that I can use it on. So
look at that.
Soon. And if it's okay with you, I would like to bring up something else fairly important. Last year I mentioned I had this goal of trying to amplify voices that are muffled, which is the entire festival's goal for everybody, but that includes minorities, and I guess women count as a minority too, despite being more than half the population, but that counts for women as well. We wanted to highlight these voices that don't get the opportunity to shine. And I felt like we struggled a bit last year because we provided them a platform to share their story, but they're not having the forefront to create their story. But this year we were able to get so many more films from minorities, LGBTQ films, women directing, women in positions of power, which made me so happy. But the point I wanted to highlight is that we actually had 43% of films that had no women at all in the entire cast and the entire crew. So I would really like to see that bumped up. I don't know about you, Richard, but I work from home. I'm home all day with a house full of boys, and I still manage to see at least one woman every other day. So it shocks me that there are stories without women in them. So I would love to see more of that, but I am so proud of our festival for being able to amplify these voices we were trying to target. And we did a good job with that. So, I mean, let's see if we can just keep amping it up for the future, and let's get on to these awards if you're ready.
Let's do it. Let's get on some awards.
So I'm gonna turn it over to you, Richard, and let you announce the awards for Best Podcast.
Thanks. All right, I'm honored to give the awards in the podcast category. If you are watching live with us tonight and you are here in the room, make sure you comment so people can find you and celebrate yourself, because this is what this is all about. The first award is for Best Documentary Podcast, and it goes to American Treasure, Dave Kalana, and I apologize if I screw up any of these names. Hopefully our director will correct me. Our next category is Best Fantasy Storytelling Podcast, and that winner is The Tree Whisperer, Kat Miggs. I'll clap. There should be clapping. Best Social Impact Podcast goes to Democracy After Disaster, Kate Lawrence. Best Cinematic Audio Experience Award goes to Root Sticks, Colton Grier. Best Immersive Narrative Podcast goes to the All-American Ruins Podcast, Blake Field. The award for Best Pop Culture Commentary, Interfleet Broadcasting, Peter Gaikumis and Chris T. Moore. The award for Best Imaginative Audio Series goes to Dr. Apple's podcast, Lacey A. Brown. The award for Best Dramatic Audio Experience, The Neon Testament, Johnny Galvin III. Best Fan Culture Podcast goes to Revamped, Juliet Landau III. Best Dramatic Audio Story, the award goes to 6 Hours, Stephen A. Kesson. And the final award, last but not least, of this category is Best Episodic Fiction Podcast. Thank goodness it's family, Rick DeBarros. Congratulations to all of our winners tonight. Make sure, if you're watching, comment so we can find you.
I'm going to be announcing next the best scripts in various categories, including Best Overall Script. This was really something special because I didn't mention earlier, but this year we had nearly, just slightly under 3,000 submissions for the year. I think it was like 2,998 or 96. Sorry, I can't remember. But we had so many, and more than a third of those were just scripts. And remember, we take things from literally everything: films, scripts, literature, photography, podcasts, music. We're taking, and a little more than a third of them were just scripts. So this was a tough thing to judge, with so many scripts and ties and having to do tiebreaker after tiebreaker because of so many things. So let me get into our top of the evening. And yeah, I changed outfits. I feel this one makes me feel so fancy. So I'm actually going to start at the bottom here, not at the bottom. My list, I'm going to start at the bottom of my list, but there's no particular order on what any of this means. And I'm going to start with our Critics' Choice script. Now, we actually had this person on as a guest earlier in the year, much earlier in the year. This is Jacob Briggs for his script called Union, which was something, a unique perspective I had never seen on a zombie film. So amazing. This next one is, I am so happy that we can do this. This next award goes for Best Stage Script. This is for any sort of plays. We had an amazing one, another podcast guest of ours, Matt Wexler, for Borrowing Funny. The next one, I have not talked to these people ever. We have not met them on podcasts. We have not emailed, other than me sending them awards. Best Script Series, Hex, by TK. Best feature script, another person I have not met yet, but I am so excited if we ever get the chance to, Jessica Zhang for Why Not. Best short script, During Road by Paula McCool. Ugh, sorry for that flub. And our best overall script of the year, which don't get confused because we had quite a few projects titled this. Our best overall script of the year, Stay by Indy Davies. So I would encourage anybody watching this live, or if you come back and watch it later, please, please, please comment on here, wherever you're watching it from, comment below so people can reach out to you. We have, with our podcast guests, we have had a couple get distribution deals after being on our podcast. We've had a couple get financiers after being on our podcast, although distribution deals was, I think, the most frequent thing before Story TV became part of our prize package. We had some other distribution deals happen. So I would love so much if we can get you guys moving forward in your project pathway. We'll go with that. Up next, we're going to start announcing the Wolf Media Fest special jury honors. But first, let's go to a clip of a couple of tonight's nominees.
In the beginning, everything was harmonious. But then everything changed. Adam and Eve, you have been summoned here through the sands of time to be tried for your crimes against the planet.
So this surgery changed my life, made me into my true, beautiful self.
See for yourself. They killed all my brethren on Earth. All living organisms like me and you cannot survive.
Please. Hey, let me out! Let me out! Tell me what we can do to avoid this horrible fate.
You know exactly what you need to do.
Hi.
Hi, Sammy. So, Chris is gone.
Are we gonna have to deal with this mattress? I'm coming with you guys.
Do we have to come to grips with things? Or can we just be stupid?
Sometimes I like that I can remember almost all the shit that has ever happened to me. All of it. My whole life. And sometimes I wish I didn't.
Two years ago, my sister was killed. Her killer is still out there, and I almost lost Emerald. I couldn't protect her enough.
Hey, my parents are letting me have a campfire tonight at our house. You should come.
You're not like the rest of them. She's just trying to start trouble.
This creature is still out there.
This is much worse.
We'll find him. Speak.
I want you to come back to. Do you remember how much damage you caused when you took human form as politicians in the 20th century? Imagine what we could do. What together, side by side, we'd be unstoppable.
Welcome back. We're here with Stevie next to announce some more winners.
I wish. Could you imagine? She's like so fabulous. I wish, but thank you for recognizing.
I think Stevie needs to give us a twirl like a white-winged dove. Yes. Okay, so we don't want to. We're gonna exhaust Jacquelynn in a second if we do this for too long.
My heart is already pounding harder than it needs to be. So I'm going to jump right into our jury special awards. First, somebody who has been on our podcast before. Not only is it a student film, but they won in not a student film category for our monthly awards, and they are taking home the Audience Choice Awards, Helium by Zach Avildaki. Our next one is a film that made me cry, and it's winning Excellence in Storytelling, Detour by Damien Allen Mancino. I still flubbed on your name. I apologize. The Emotional Impact Award. This is one who is coming up on our podcast very soon. In the next couple of weeks, you will get to have a chance to hear their interview with Richard. It's Brenda Patricia Garza for My Safe Place. And the last one I'm going to be announcing in this area is for Cinema Excellence, another person who has been on our podcast for their film Face Off, Pascal Chaumont.
I hope you purposely gave yourself the difficult names, and hopefully I will get the easy ones. Let's see what happens. I am going to announce some awards. The first one, Inspirational Film Award, goes to Street Angel, and that is Samuel Radford. That's an easy one, thank you. Next is Most Original Concept, and that is Aurelio, did I say that correctly? Alberto Rosansky. Our next winner is Bold Vision Award, and that is Bad Weather Friends, Ron Weisberg. The Social Commentary Award winner is The Figure, Jasmine Bellou. And the award for Humanitarian Impact goes to MOW Tim Carr, who has also been on the podcast, an amazing person. Congratulations,
so sweet. Yes, congratulations, everybody in this category. I would like to say that so many of those films in this category made a huge, lasting impact on me personally. Mm-hmm. Aurelio was a very humorous concept and such a sad concept at the same time. I hope they don't mind that I'm going to spoil it a little bit right now, but I just think it's worth talking about. But it was about a man who passes away, but his mother still needs help at home, so he continues to hold a job to take care of his mother. And I feel like that is too real with how the world is working right now, that even in death, we have to stick around to help the ones we love.
I said, what an uplifting show this is.
So uplifting. It was done beautifully, and I just think it was amazing. But I'm going to go ahead and show a couple more of the trailers for a few more of our nominees here.
Streamers came to cozy gaming for the softness, for the warm colors, the slow rhythms, the feeling that I didn't have to perform well to belong. But the more time I spent listening, observing, and speaking with streamers and viewers, the more I realized it wasn't just about the aesthetics. Cozy gaming is a cultural response to a wider gaming world that's long been shaped by speed, skill, and dominance. As scholars like Gray and Braithwaite have pointed out, the world often excludes women, queer folks, and casual players. Cozy gaming doesn't overthrow that system at all, but it does offer a compelling alternative within it. It reshapes who gets to play, how they're seen, and what kinds of stories get told.
Well, good morning, Mrs. Taco. Good morning to you too. And summer is finally here. Do you know what that means? Sun's out, sun's out.
Losing something of high value reveals much about the man.
I haven't lost anything. The only piece that matters is the king.
If there's one thing I know, it is that eager schemes cause downfall.
Hello? Claudia? I know it's you, right? Do you still love me?
Hey girl, you at Richie's party tonight?
I don't know, Richie.
Sounded funny when Bob said in La Bamba. You're so dirty.
Like stalking her? My dad said the next time you break into our house, he's gonna beat your ass.
You're a fucking rat.
Claudia?
80s Iron Maiden is a fucking classic. Yeah, let's like need a drink.
You're stalking her? Breaking into her house, Leo? Shit needs to stop, boy.
Don't call me that. I am your mother.
You fucking act like
You're
one.
always fucking shit up.
You ruined shit. That's my dad.
You wanna do some acid?
Fuck that. Fuck you. Go get those motherfuckers!
Welcome back once again. And Richard, you look so fabulous. I love
stop.
it. And I know you bought that specifically for me.
Custom made. Custom made.
It is so beautiful though. I love it so much. So we're going to jump into the genre awards, and I'm having such a hard time with my brain today. I cannot remember if we mentioned that we will only be announcing genres, but not specialty genres, but there are still additional awards that will be going out tonight. So check your email. You might have won even if you aren't announced in one of these categories. So I'm going to jump right into it again with another person who has been on our podcast, another impactful film, in my opinion, very cinematic, for Best Thriller Short Film, Garden Valley, Manuel Navarro. Going over to the micro shorts, one of few micro short winners, which reminds me something I think we should talk about in just after we do these categories. A micro short winner for Best Thriller was Marked by Caleb Jamal. And I might have said your name wrong, I apologize. For Best Thriller Feature Film, Howl of the Blue Moon, Marie France Louise. And I hope I didn't say your name wrong. It's off my screen, so I was just going by memory there. But I would like to mention too that that is a female director, one of the few female directors who was able to submit to our festival this year, and I am so happy to see her as a winner. The Best Horror Short Film, who is again a person who has been on our podcast. I promise coming on our podcast does not guarantee an annual win, just all the cool people come on. So our Best Horror Short Film, Quarantine, Russell Emanuel. And he had a very interesting story because he did a lot of filming during COVID. So I do recommend going back and listening to his interview if you're curious how filming during COVID took place from large budget films. Next, our horror feature category for Best Horror Feature Film, somebody who has been on our podcast in the past, but not for this season. They were a monthly winner last year and now an annual winner this year. The Demonist, Andrew DeVere.
Now it's my turn. Here we go. Watch me do this. Best Documentary Short Film goes to Cozy Gaming, Jill Nicole Fredenberg. The award for Best Documentary Feature goes to The Constant Gardeners, David Hradetsky. Best Experimental Short Film, the award goes to When I Run, Mauricio Momo Meneses. Yeah.
Also had been on our podcast as well.
And the award for Best Drama Short Film, the award goes to Stay, Aiden Gonzalez.
As I mentioned earlier during the scripts, we had so many projects named Stay. So know that that film, Stay, is a very different film than the award-winning Stay script. They just happen to have the same name, but completely different. I'm going to take over and I'm going to announce Best Drama Micro Short, our second micro short. I said short. Our Best Drama Micro Short winner, Paper Ghost, Vivek Pranavermuthy, and I hope I said that right. Moving forward, we have our Best Drama Feature. Again, people who have been on our podcast. I Remember Everything by Brandon Lasson and Benjamin Fargan. Our Best Comedy Feature Film, Thanksgiving Again by Jeff Macalino, who also has a podcast as well, if you guys want to check him out more. Moving forward, our Best Comedy Micro Short Film, Key Suspects, Vivek Pranavermuthy. Again, I hope I said your name correct. One of my favorite films of the whole year, about 1.5 minutes long. Best Comedy Short goes to Another Nail, Ron Weisberg. If I said that right, he also won in a different category as well. Best Action Short Film. This one had great cinematic, what would you call it? Maybe CGI details for a low-budget film. It was quite amazing. This is Inversion by Rodrigo Roque IV. Moving into feature films, Best Action Feature Film was Bocas versus the Night of the Living Dead, Jake Estrada. And I would just like to give a special shout out to Jake as well, because he has his own film festival, but he still promotes our festival very frequently. And so thank you so much for doing that, Jake. He is not too far from us. I think he lives about 30 minutes away from me. So thank you, Jake, for your submission, but also supporting our festival so much. I appreciate it. Best Fantasy Short Film. Ooh, I have a great little story about this one. Princess Gambit by Anna Graves, who she was on our podcast as well, but I actually got to work with her since then. We worked on a film together, and I was kind of rude to her on accident, so I apologize. She asked me a question when I was zoning out, so I was just like, I don't. So I apologize, Anna. I hope that's not a memory that haunts you as it haunts me.
I think I read that on TMZ.
Sometimes I'm just not all there in the head, as tonight proves. And moving forward for Best Action Sci-Fi, The Tower Protocol Resurrection, because this is the sequel to the first Tower Protocol, Peter, New York Pete, and Tipsy Toaster, who also won Best Podcast earlier, Best Pop Culture Podcast, if I'm not mistaken. They made this fan film, and it was awesome. It was super awesome. Our next Best Sci-Fi in general goes to Eden Trials, Stephanie Curves, who's been on our podcast as well, and she is also who I worked with when I worked with Anna Graves. And again, I want to say a special off-trail thank you, because I would not even own this festival. I would have not taken over this festival if Stephanie had not been in one of my films years ago. So thank you, Stephanie, for continuing to be a part of my life in very, very different ways. Richard, I'll let you take over some for now.
All right, it's like the 6 degrees of separation between you and Jacquelynn Wolfheart. That's our new game show that we're starting. How do you know Jacquelynn? And there's so many people on this list that have been on the podcast, but so many that have not been on the podcast yet. So if you haven't been and you're on this list, make sure you reach out to us so we can chat with you more about your films or your media, whatever you're winning outside of this. Okay, Best Children's Short Film. The award goes to Black Mystery Month, Anna Karenina Meyer. The award for Best Family Feature Film, A Most Unusual Xmas Tale, P.S. Lorio. And the final award in this category tonight, Best Family Short Film, Santa Was Big This Year, Daughter Christmas, Jessica Cayley.
Yes, congratulations, you guys. I wanted to point out too, for Best Children's Short Film, this was one of many films that we got that was starring an all children's cast or a mostly children's cast. And those kids rocked it in that film. They did so well, as did so many of our children actors. We need to make a children's actor category for next year because we had lots of children made films as well, not just acting in, but films made by children. So they will be getting emails from you soon, but tonight I do not have announcements for those, but next year. I'm going to go ahead and announce a couple more, if that's okay, in this genre section before we take another little break. So I have some series. We had series submitted to us this year, which makes me so happy. We had the category last year. We just didn't have any submissions. This year we had a ton of submissions, and it's so fun because series, you get to watch characters grow, and it's just a whole something new compared to a film. It's just so different. So I'm going to announce our series. We have Best Mockumentary Series was Posers by Rob Toad. I hope that's how you say your name. Best Comedy Series overall was Mental by Susanna Turner. Best Thriller Series was Mari Witch Hunter, Oliver Mend, and I know there was 2 people on here. I think her name was Rose of Death, but that sounds like I just made that up, so I apologize. I'm just going by memory right now. But Mari Witch Hunter was very cool with their CGI and those things as well. This is a Spanish film, or was it Italian? My apologies. But I could see this thing blowing up huge, as well as our other series. And the last series I'm going to announce tonight is the Best Drama Series. Now, this person had so many wins last year with us, but this year, I think this is their only submission, unless I'm forgetting something. It was Strange Angel by Jameson Quinn. Again, last year he had so many wins with us. I was excited to watch his series. And then it's been a while since we heard from you, James, so hurry up and get on our podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little break. Let me show you a couple more trailers of some of our nominees tonight, and we'll be right back with our prestigious awards.
My name is Colonel Jonathan White. I've faced a darkness most can't imagine. An occult society whose tendrils reach into education, law enforcement, even the government. Their influence is everywhere, waiting to resurface. I've been watching, waiting, sleeping lightly. People think they know this place. They walk by, oblivious to the whispers, the schemes hiding in plain sight. But I know. I've seen the darkness that slips through the cracks, crawling its way to the surface.
I came to this bed and breakfast to find out what happened 6 years ago to my grandfather.
Black Mystery Man, a fun card game for the whole family.
Whoever gets the most questions right wins. This is the first black woman tennis champion. Rosa Parks. No, Althea Gibson. Althea! What just happened? We're trapped! We're losing everyone. My grandfather has been missing for 6 years. I have questions too.
Holly, it's your father. He ended up getting your mom's cold.
You need to help us save Christmas. It's time for you to step up.
Dad, you know how I feel about the family business.
You have to approve the list. It's only been checked once, it has to be checked twice.
This is just gibberish. I can't read this.
How is she supposed to take over Christmas when her dad retires?
Ce que tu penses? Ah ouais? Je pense quoi? Ce qui arrive, là, ça n'a pas rapport avec vous autres.
Hey, ta gueule, man, OK? À cette heure, sac-moi donc patience.
This is where Portland police officers found the two people who were shot by federal agents.
We know what the federal government says happened here. There was a time when we could take them at their word.
Various angles of the incident have been analyzed by Americans around the country, dividing the nation as to whom to blame.
He's not just using gas! Watch you hurt some more women!
Hi, so I know I look a little different than what you guys are all used to.
You're the best thing to be right now.
Which is what?
I didn't know she killing the game when she rocking her.
Once this trend is over with, you and I will be on to the next one. And whoever wants their box braids back can have them.
You don't see me coming up to every girl in a Brazilian wig and calling them a vulture. Someone else's hair is literally sewn into theirs.
It's mine if I bought it.
I don't think it's a good idea for me to go out tonight.
I didn't know she killing the game when she rocking her.
So much weird shit has been going on.
Maddie.
Heaven have mercy, she lives!
We have reports here of symptoms ranging from involuntary muscle control to catatonia. Does the virus affect the brain, Professor?
The initial symptoms are flu-like. And that's when we get a symptom shift.
Kath.
Welcome back for our final category of tonight. Our
just waving to the audience.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to jump into our last category of the night, the prestigious awards. These are the best overall awards for filmmaking. And I am so proud of all these filmmakers, not just the ones in this category, but everybody tonight. But these films in particular just deserve so many applause. Again, if you're here watching us live or watching it later on, comment down below so people can connect with you, learn more about you, your film, or how you can work with each other. So I'm going to jump right into Best Cinematography, somebody who has won tonight already and was on our podcast, Pascal Charmant for Face Off. We're going to go next over to Best Director for My Safe Place, Brenda Patricia Garza, which she is going to be on our podcast in the next few weeks. I'm so excited to meet with her. And also taking home the award for Best Ensemble is My Safe Place. Again, Brenda Patricia Garza. Congratulations on both those awards. Oh, and Richard, why don't you go ahead and do these next two?
Right, I'll do
Take
that.
it over.
Sure, take a break. Best lead performance by a male actor goes to Garden Valley, Keanu Cordero. The award for Best Supporting Performance by a Male Actor goes to Mari Witchhunter, Asier Valdestia. I'm getting better at my accents, I think. All right, now, and we have a new guest.
We have the wolf is back. Yes, congratulations on those. And I'm going to jump into the Female Actor Awards tonight. I would like to also throw in a little bit more trivia for our festival, that even though we had less female actors to choose from, our top 5 female actresses scored higher than any of the males. So just so you know, girls are sometimes better than boys. And in this particular case, we had awesome dudes and we had extra awesome ladies tonight. So I'm going to do for Best Supporting Performance first. I lost my train of eyebrow. I lost my train of thought there. Best Supporting Performance by a Female Actress was A Most Unusual Christmas Tale. Amy Willis, congratulations. She was not on our podcast, though her film was. So Amy, reach out to us if you would like to chat. We would love to have you. And Best Lead Performance by a Female Actor, a brand new, never before actor. She has never acted in her entire life that I'm aware of, or so I've been told, is Sarah Bennett. Congratulations. She was from the film I Remember Everything. And Richard, I'll let you do the last two if you want.
All right, our final 2 awards for the evening are Best Short Film, and that award goes to Stay, Aiden Gonzalez. And the final, last but not least, award is Best Feature Film, and that award goes to I Remember Everything, Brandon Lasson and Benjamin Fargan. Now, I've also heard that this is their very first film they've ever made, written, directed, produced, submitted. So to win Best Feature Film, congratulations, everyone.
Such a good film.
Yeah.
So that is all the awards we are announcing tonight. We still have more awards that were going to be mailed out because we did not touch on things like literary awards, our photography awards. I can't even think of what other awards we didn't touch on tonight, but we still have so many winners that we couldn't fit into our time block that we have here. So check your emails, respond back if you're interested in our distribution deal with Story TV. Our festival does not take any cut of that. That is all for you guys. And reach us back out to us if you want to be on our podcast. If you won today, we are so excited to chat with you. So please reach out. And I would like to mention too, that most of you already know this, but if you're watching who's not a submitter, we only award categories if we've had 5 or more submissions in the month. So if you're a category who only has a few, say you only have 3 in a month, you get moved into a different category or we round you over to the next month. So all of our winners tonight did not just win because they happened to submit in their category. They won because they overtook the category they submitted in. And so I am so proud of all of these filmmakers, these creative minds, these writers that we were able to introduce and or announce tonight. I am so proud of you guys. I really hope that you guys are hooking up in the comments, not hooking up, but connecting in the comments. Please save your hookups for, not in my comments.
For the after party.
Anyways, Richard, thank you for joining me on this awkward evening.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Is there confetti? Can we have confetti now as we go out?
I'll sprinkle some in. I don't know how to do that, but Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Richard, for being here. I love you so much. And see you guys next year.
See you next year.